What up, folks? I'm Ultrazilla, and today I have a review, a double review actually, of the Bandai Ultra action figure Dyna Gaia. That's alright, my zillions. It is another Ultraman Day review. Happy Ultraman Day. Hope you've spent it well and good. It's Ultraman Day here in the United States, right? So what we got here is two of the latest Ultra action figures. Even though I got the latest Ultraman Trigger on its way to me right now, multi-type, multi-pass, multi-type. But that's a story for the coming week. Right now we got Dyna and Gaia. Really looking forward to checking these guys out. What we got further here is also an opening with a box art nerd. Standard. There's not much to look at with these. That's why I figured I'd do it like this. I recently did the Mego creature like this, and I deemed it good enough for a packaging like this, which is basically, you know, carded, kind of, sort of clamshell-y. Not much going on the box, as you can see. They're good enough. I like that they come like this. It has like a very good old school action figure feel, and that's really all I can say about that. Let's get these guys open and start the review proper. Alright, let's start off with the articulation. Both of these guys have about the same thing going on. Head is on a ball joint. Works fine. Actually works pretty good for these figures. This one here for Dyna. Hinge, swivel at the shoulders. You do have a bicep swivel, which you really don't get in the SH Figure Arts line. Though a single jointed elbow. You have a swivel at the wrist, and then you have a finger articulation at two different spots. The legs, pretty much a full split. Kicks forward, kicks back. Single jointed knee, but it's pretty deep. And then you got ball jointed feet on both sides, which works nice, gives you rocker and all that. So, you know, the articulation on these guys are pretty good. For sure. It's, you know, I've featured them many times in the past. Let's see if this one works just as well. So far, so good. All feeling good. Feeling good. Yeah. Oh, that sounded bad almost. But there you go. You know, they got decent articulation for more basic style figures, but they aren't like super basic. They're like the midway point. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes these guys pretty good. What also makes them good is they look pretty good. Though I gotta say, Dyna and Gaia here, there's a reason why I haven't been rushing out to do the reviews. They're just kind of bland, in my opinion. Overall, like, not my favorites of the Ultra Pantheon. Gaia here looks okay. Now, all of these figures look like this on the back. Really minimal paint. You get a little bit coming over from that. That's really it in the back of the neck here, because I think that might be plastic. And you get the screw holes. So if you do get these, you're going to have to deal with that. But they are cheap, under 20 bucks. So you really can't go wrong there. And then the bodies are pretty much on these base bodies. A lot of times you have some swirly plastic, which ends up looking pretty good for an Ultra. If you get some of the red ones, it looks even better because it's like sparkly and nice. This gray plastic ends up looking a little bit bland, I have to say. And then a lot of the body types are the same. Feet look pretty much the same on all of these. For the most part, obviously there's some variance depending on the design. But yeah, it's all sculpted in, the details, and then it's painted in over it. So that's pretty good. The red looks pretty decent. I do have an extra blop of paint right there. Again, nothing on the back. But the rest of the legs look pretty good. I do have to say, I like how they are painted. And then the body here, this is painted well. Again, it is sculpted in first. There is sculpt line there. And then painted, except actually down here it's not on the legs, but on the body it is, which looks pretty good. The chest is nice. First you get the red down here. And then you have this chest plate here in gold with the black. It looks really good. Silver up there. And then the kind of like greenish color timer there looks pretty nice. The arms have the red line going down again. That looks pretty decent. A little bit out of the paint right there, but it's not so bad. And man, I wish this continued on the back because this looks so good. Then the head sculpt, pretty nice. Compound eyes looking pretty decent. They do these pretty much with the same paint throughout. Kind of just like eggshell-ish looking paint. Looks decent enough. They do paint the heads to the back, so you do have the gold paint looking really good here. I like it a lot. And the silver is always on point on these. So I think that's really nice looking. A really good looking Gaia. So yeah, I think it's pretty good, and the proportions are very nice. I've said that before. I think they're very good Ultraman figures, no doubt about it. Obviously, the proportions on Dyna are going to be the same, so it's good. Again, same body type, same feet, legs. Down here, really got nothing going on at all. Then over here, it's just paint. It's not sculpted in, but, you know, the red stripe looks good, and then the blue that goes upwards into the sections that are sculpted look pretty nice. I do like it. Chest crest is really good here as well. Just, it's a little simpler than Gaia's, but it works. The gold looks really good, and the green color timer looks good as well. Up here in red looks good. You see the collarbones there looking pretty decent. The arms have blue on the inside here. Painted decently. Yeah, it's a little outside the line there. And the red over here. Same thing going on the back. You just have red of the plastic up there. Screw holes, a little bit of sculpt, but that's about it there. Nothing crazy here. And then the head sculpt. Again, the eyes look good. Silver is really nice. And then you got the gold on the forehead there. And the shape of the sculpt is very good throughout. I do like it. There's nothing wrong with it. So, a little bit messy on the paint there, kinda. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's just not that thick on that eye. I think that's what it is. But, yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. These two look pretty good, I think. You know, I mean, they're a little bland. Again, not my favorites, but they're not bad. Like, they'll do the trick for the shelf, and I'm glad to have this option because, you know, depending on how eventual figure arts of them look, I might not get them. I don't know. If they make them in these, you know, the premium line that they're doing with Tiga, maybe. Tiga's kind of like the test for that. We'll see how that turns out, but I'm happy with these two as a representation of Dyna and Gaia if I have to. For a size comparison, here's Dyna and Gaia with a smorgasbord of different Ultraman figures from various lines that you might have in your collection. Well, my final thoughts, you know, I have said it multiple times, they're not the most exciting two figures, but you know what, you gotta have a Dyna and Gaia, and it's good to get them on the cheap, and good to get them articulated. So if these are my two Dyna Gaias going forward, I'm fine with that. Again, me personally, not the hugest fan of either. So it's one of those things where like, yeah, I'm kind of good with it. You know, like I'm kind of good with just keeping these two for now. Again, if the, you know, SH Figure Arts, the eventual SH Figure Arts, blow me out of the water, that's a different story. Then I'm like, okay, I gotta get them. They look really, really good. But for now, I'm really happy with these. And, you know, that's kind of how I go. These are, the Ultra Action figure line is really good alternatives to the SH Figure Arts line. Keep it cheap. You don't have to get every single Ultra in the SH Figure Arts line, unless you want to. No one's stopping you. But these are good alternatives. And that's the best thing I can say about these two figures. They're totally fine. Alright, and that's my review. Happy Ultraman Day. Until next time, peace out, peeps.